I think we're live. Hello. Are we live? Let me just reset this music. Oh, there we go. Got music. Can you guys hear that? Alright, one sec. Welcome to Isla da Muerta. This is a little series that I'm working on, which is, let me just turn this down a little bit. God, I'm so unused to doing live streams. Wait for people to join. Okay. Good, go down to the bottom. There we go. Becky, Jaden. God damn it. Sorry. I've just got myself a laptop and I'm trying to figure it out still. If I go down, there we go, I can see it now. So welcome Lucas Sandlin, Daniel, oh I missed you there, Diana Ballard, Russian anime boy, you've got one of those weird meme faces as your profile picture. The oh yeah dudes, you know. War Logic, Matthew Smith, Nick Stewart, welcome to my map. So in today's video we're just going to be doing a little mapping stream, so a bit of a Q&A, just a chill and chat, you know, because I've not got time to make a Army Men of War episode tonight, so this is what I've done so far. I'm planning on making a Tropico series in Men of War, and I want to build the mighty nation in Men of War. So right here we have the presidential palace, which is what I'm making at the moment. I've done the wall over here, and I've done all of the units as well, look. So I've got so much to talk to you guys about. Can everybody hear me all right? Read the comments. Dabam Daboom, please say hello. Hello to you, my friend. Mark B, Comrade Stalin, Landon Hagen. Welcome everyone. How many people we've got watching? We've got 52 people watching so far. Nate Inisty, Bjorn Hensel, Max B, Jaden Coleman. Welcome everyone. Welcome to the stream. So, like I say, Army Men of War is cool and everything, but it can get a little bit boring if you do it all the time. So I thought, you know, we're known as the mighty nation. So I thought, why don't we create a nation based around us, but put it into its own little dictatorship in Tropico. So right here, I've made a house, and look at this. This is piece by piece. Let me just activate my keyboard. There we go. And you can see, look, I've made this little bit by bit look, and it's got a full interior, so I can't wait to show you guys. So like I say, this is going to be the outer wall over here. This is an actual custom flag for the mighty nation. Well, part of it, should I say. It's not the full one. But I've chose green, red, and yellow, and we've even got our own little emblem there. That emblem's even on the dictator's hat. So I can't wait to show you the dictator that I've got. But I want to make a full Caribbean Tropico series in Men of War, so I can't wait to get this started. How is everyone anyway? Landon Hagen, how's it going? I'm going good, man. I'm going good. Read some more comments. Can you hear me all right? The mighty nation should have a nuke. The mighty nation should have more than one nuke. We should have many nukes. But I'm pretty sure the USA won't let us. Maybe the USSR. What's going on here? Why is there grass on the stairs? That's not good. Let's get rid of that. So yeah, like I say, we're just going to be chilling, and we're going to be building a nation from scratch. So I want your guys' ideas. I've done quite a lot already, look. You can see that this is actually going to be a series from around 1750 all the way up to around 1980, so modern day. So, well, maybe 2000, who knows. But yeah, I want to do it, go through the eras so we can watch a nation be born from the scratch all the way up to how it is nowadays. So how many people? We've got 50 people in the chat, 54 people in the chat. So anyway, let's go through the nation. What have we got so far? So over here, these are some vehicles from Red Rising, which I've took out, which I'm thinking would be good for our nation. So like I said, we're going to be basing it on Tropico. And we've got all sorts of vehicles here. I've went up in era here, so we've got the 1940s, which are these cars here, look. Because I'm basing it off the Cuban sort of genre. So the Americans invaded Cuba in 1902, I believe. So the Cubans primarily had American stuff like trucks, guns, and things like that. So this is 1940s right there. Then we move to the 1950s for the second row. And our nation can start getting some like T-34s and T-44s, I believe these are. And you can see the little Mighty Nation logo right there, look. Pretty cool, right? Designed it myself. And all the art on the thumbnail. Here's another tank here as well, and this is the 1950s. And you can see we've got some BTRs and some Jeeps. Look how cool these Jeeps look. We can make a full-on Tropico series in this game. So I'm pretty excited. I've always wanted to do like a dictator-themed sort of series. Why the music Mexico? Because it's Tropico. It's not Mexico. It's like Caribbean. So I'm going for that theme. Is it too loud? Let me just see how loud it is. Might turn it down a little bit. There we go. So yeah, we're going for that sort of Tropico theme. I don't know if you guys have played Tropico. It's where you play as a dictator and you've got to build up your own nation. and build your buildings, set edicts, and things like that. So, like I say, we've got the 1940s, 1950s on that row, and then we've got the 1960s on this row, and I've done all of my geographical research as well on these vehicles, and I believe that these are like late 50s, early 60s, these trucks here, and we're moving up with some of the other tanks as well, some more T-44s I believe, and then we're moving into the T-55, and yeah, the T-54 as well I think, and whatever that is, what is that? That's a really cool kind of truck, but it's from the 60s that is. Then we move to the 1970s where we've got these more flat-based trucks on the front look, and we've got like, what's this? Bigger trucks. And that truck there. So obviously we would use everything before that as well as these trucks up here. And then we've got the more modern trucks. And I don't know if you guys have noticed, but these things are from Mercenaries. So you can see the little Venezuelan flag there. We're going to change that to our flag though. I've made flags and everything for this. So over here we've got some trucks over here. And look at this. This is like a post-apocalyptic truck with no idea what that cannon is on there. But that looks awesome. Looks like it can take out an aircraft. I'm just going to turn the music a little bit more on my headset because it's kind of loud. And we've just got a donation. Let's have a look. Who just donated? So big shout out to Cody Deeds. And his question is, can you make green marines? And if you do, can you fight the oranges? I'm excited for the new series. I can't wait to fight for the mighty nation. Yeah. Green marines. We've already got green marines, I think. No, we haven't. We haven't actually done green marines. Yeah, maybe we'll have to wait for like a naval invasion somewhere. To do green marines, but thank you for the donation, Mike, by the way, really appreciate it. And over here, look, so we've got more tanks that I've picked out. We've got this cool really tank. I like the colour on that, and it's got a flamethrower on it. I can't wait to see some of these in action. But I've also made a battle map, and I'll show you the battle map in a moment because I have built a full interior on that mansion over there, so I can't wait to show you that. And I've customised it as well. So anyway, before we go over to the mansion, I want to show you guys some of the units that I've picked out. So this is going to be the Mighty Nation Army. And like I say, we're going to go up in era, and right here we have our little Mighty Nation flag on top of his helmet, look. You see him? We've got 3 different kinds of units. We've got like these guys, which are like the police force / National Guard. We've got these guys as the main army, and they're holding AKMs. We've got these guys as the Presidential Guard, and you can see that they've got the little emblem on their red berets. So these are from Comrade Ivan's Vietnam pack. I can't wait to put this series into action. But anyway, can you tell us all the mods? What I'm using for this? Well, I'm using Comrade Ivan's mod for Vietnam, for these skins. I'm using Red Rising mod for all these vehicles. And, just a mixture of some of my own mods. And Corsair's Magic Storm. It's just a giant mixture of all sorts of mods all combined into one mod. And that's what I'm going to be using for this series. But we're not going to be starting in the modern era. We're going to be starting more in the musket era. Do you know where they're using muskets and they had line battles? So like the 1700s, 1800s. Cuba was communist. It was communist, but we don't have to be communist. You know, this is going to be the mighty nation. It's going to be completely made up. We can even make a meme out of it. We can have a ministry of memes, which will be pretty fun. Yeah, over here we have the El Presidente look. So if you guys want to see who's in charge, look, I made this guy myself. He's actually from Call of Duty World War II, ported in by Mythic Game Productions. I did all of his textures. Look, he's got the Mighty Nation emblem on his helmet. Let's see if I can make him bigger. There we go. Ooh, it's massive. And you guys can really get a look at the emblem. Look at that. Looks really cool, right? And I've changed the colour of him, but he proper looks like a Caribbean dictator. Looks absolutely cool, dude. I love him. I love this dude. So we're going to make him small again. We've also got the presidential limousine, which has also got our flag on the front of the car. There's all our soldiers there. He must be doing some sort of roll call right here, just getting all of his nation together. We've got some presidential guard cars right here, which are in black, a bit like the president of the United States. Very similar cars to them. That thing would probably be armored as well. Another donation from Overlord the Destroyer. Let's check this one out. He left a question, but no question from Overlord the Destroyer. But thank you for the $1, dude. I really appreciate it. But Mighty, I saw your new setup. It's sick. Thank you very much. Yeah, I've got a new computer. Well, it's the same computer, but in a new case. I can't wait to do like a room tour with it as well. I've ordered a camera and all things like that as well. So plenty more we can do in the future. Oh, I forgot as well. These guys right here are going to be the Paramilitary faction. in the series, and you can see that these guys have done some arms deals with the USA. They've got themselves some the M16A1. They're also packing some Russian guns as well with the PKM. Really cool machine gun right there. But these guys are going to be like the capitalist in the mountains that are fighting the communist. So I don't know if anybody's ever watched Narcos, but that's a really cool series on Netflix about Pablo Escobar and all the cartels and stuff. That's kind of what inspired me to make this series. Look, we've also got the Haitian gangs over here, look, and they could also be classed as rebels and militia and all things like that. These look really cool. These are actually, I think these are based from Call of Duty. It's the African militia, but they work really well. They work really well for all kinds of nations. But these guys could be like guerrilla forces. Like they've got like a nice ghillie suit on, look, that they can just run through the forest. And if you listen to them, I don't know if you guys can hear this. Oh, can you hear it? Oh, he's not making any noise for some reason. Maybe this guy will make noise. They're not making any noises. Well, they do have Spanish voices as well, so. Over here we have gold, so we can create a treasury and all things like that, which I'm pretty cool. Pretty cool. Let's just read the comments, sorry. I see the FBI was happy to sell our arsenal. Anytime, but thank you FBI, you know, I need all the weapons I can get. But remember, it wouldn't be the FBI, it'd be the CIA which sold them weapons. What else do we have? So that's pretty much the nation that I've got so far. So now, here's the exciting bit. We've got some vehicles over here. I picked out all the different eras for civilian vehicles. We've got some buses and stuff, which look kind of like from the 1960s to 1980s, these cars. These vehicles over here look like they're from, I don't know, maybe that's like 1970s, maybe to 1970s to 1990s maybe. We've got some cool police cars. I think these are from GTA 5. But I picked them out because they just look really cool. I'm going to change the name on them though. We're going to change it from police to policia. Yeah, we really keep the Tropico theme. We've got a Scud nuclear missile over here, which I think can be launched. Maybe we could test that out at the end of the video if you remind me. We'll try and blow up the mansion just to see what it looks like with a Scud launcher. Do remind me though, because usually I forget. I usually say something what I'm going to do at the end of a video, and I forget. But yeah, so I've started the mansion. The compound, should I say, around the mansion, and let's go over here. So outside the mansion we have the presidential limousine. I know he's got two of them. You've also got the president's cars. Look, we've got two Infernuses from what's it called, from GTA 5, and they're kind of like Lamborghinis, aren't they? And no idea what this car is, but look how beautiful they are. And I've made it like a circle so we can actually take the cars for a cruise around our little pond right here, our little I'm not sure, I might have like a statue right here. And it's going to be like a racetrack in their own sort of garden. So anyway, let's go inside the palace. So you can clearly see that I've actually put a soldier on there, so it's actually like lamp patched up there so you can shoot over the top. And I made this mansion from scratch, by the way. I don't know if you guys can see inside here, but this is the main hall. So the El Presidente would come through here and, well, anybody visiting the El Presidente, because nobody would dare search the El Presidente because he's the leader of the nation, you know. But yeah, they'd search anybody that comes through here if they come in for a meeting. Then you come through to the second room where there's a statue of the president when he was younger. And you've got the two main halls here. We've got a waiting room here with a soldier, looks like he's sitting down right there. And we've also got another waiting room right here. It's very symmetrical. Then we come through here, which these rooms aren't made yet. I'm still working on these. But this is going to be like a pool room where they can chill, like a little library. And if we go through this door on the front, we've got the main presidential like suite where he does all of his sort of business. So we've got a picture of the president on the wall. Let's see if I can find a better sky so we can see it a lot better. I'm just change this. I think this one's a really good one. There we go, that's much better. So we can see it now. We can see that the Presidente has got like a picture on the wall. It's got an AKM on the table, like a throne. Some of his nation flags. And loads of money on the table. So this looks really cool, right? Let's read the comments. Are you ever going to play Hearts of Iron 4? I've tried playing it and I've tried recording it in the past, but it's just too long. And it'll take a lot of editing, and you guys know me, I'm not exactly the most entertaining person when it comes to keeping somebody's attention for very long. You know, I'm more of a commentator more than anything, but maybe I could try it in the future, definitely. So this is going to be the cool thing, look, from the presidential sort of office, El Presidente's office, look, he's got a safe, and one of those things to play music. And if we go through here, this is the war room, and I've worked really hard on this room. We have a tank on the wall, we can't really see it, maybe you guys can see it better than me, the lighting. But I can actually make pictures and put them on the walls, so maybe I could put some of you guys on the walls inside the game as a bit of an Easter egg. And then we have the battle map, and this is an actual battle map like from Men of War. I have custom made it, and you can see it right there, look. There's actually a, if we go around this way, look. We can see that it's got A, B, C, D, E, F, G, all the way up to Z on the left, and we have all the way up to number 20 on the right. So you can actually pinpoint coordinates. And I've put little flags down, which is going to stand for cities and armies. Look at that, it's not 100% yet, but it is a work in progress. Let's have a read the comments. I miss Men of War Season 2. Season 2 is actually not going to end because the poll actually, they decided against it. And there was a lot of people in the comments that were going like, oh, it's your choice, Mighty, because, you know, it's your series and everything. I know it's my series, but I like to ask you guys first because I feel like, I know a lot of you guys that was here from the beginning understand what's happening in Men of War so far. But I've had like 30,000, well, 20,000 subscribers since then. And there's a lot of people going, they're all scratching their head going, what's going on? And they really can't be bothered to go back and watch the other 100 episodes that we've done. So I do want to try and start it again, not like all together, but start afresh and bring everybody up to date at the same time. So that's why I'm putting a vote out there, but that's why I did that summary as well, that season 2 summary. But I have put some units around here as well, look. The Presidential Guard, guarding the doors. Yeah, that's pretty much all I've done of this house so far. Oh, tell a lie, there's a swimming pool outside. I've made a swimming pool. I've actually made it deep on one end and shallow on the other as well. And here's the president himself, and then you got the president's son, who's wearing a similar outfit. One's like an admiral general sort of thing, and then you've got the other guy who's the El Presidente. So very dictatorial. Anyway, let's read the comments. God, I'm missing so many comments. If oh, I missed another donation. Overlord the Destroyer, thank you for the $2 donation. Sup, how's your day going? My day's going great. It's going good. It's a lot better now I've got my office all up and running. And the environment to work in is so much better. And let's put some more of that Spanish music on. Where was that gone? Is it actually playing? Oh, it is playing. My bad. It is playing. It's just that I've muted my speakers and I didn't even hear it. But, yeah. Anyway, I'm going to turn it down again, actually, because it takes away my concentration if I listen to music too much. Yeah, that's pretty much all I've done of this map so far, but I wanted your guys' feedback. What do you think we should add to the Presidential Palace? I mean, he's going to need some sort of aircraft hangar, maybe a private airfield for his helicopters, and maybe his aeroplane for an escape route. We'll need like another hangar for his like cars and things like that. I've put all the planes over here. So we're going to have one of these, which is going to have like the nation's flag on it, and it's painted all nice. We've got some jets. We've also got the presidential helicopter, which is going to be this, but obviously with the Mighty Nation flag on it. And, oh, sorry, I'm missing some comments right here. I thought it'd be easier with a laptop, but it's appearing to be a lot harder than just alt-tabbing. The thing that plays music is a gramophone. It is a gramophone, yeah. Please do DMs, Mighty. How do you mean by DMs? Get your own secret service with the black suits. Yeah, we can do. I mean, there's all of the skins that are GTA San Andreas, I think, are on mod somewhere, and I want to port them in so we can have like all these different civilians, and we could actually put in a Secretary of State and, you know, Minister of Defense and all things like that. But there's so many rooms. I mean, I can extend this mansion for as big as I want it, really. So I'm thinking I'm going to make it like a business side over here where he does all the politics of his nation. And then on this side is going to be like the living quarters. And maybe do a separate swimming pool and maybe a giant maze. I might put a giant maze around it as well. Just to stop intruders from getting anywhere close to the presidential palace itself. But this is the modern side of things that you guys can see here. But I am going to be taking this thing back around 200-300 years. And as soon as it's built. So I'm making it in the future, then I'm going to make it in the past. And then we're going to go from the past to the future. I just wanted you guys to see the progress that I've made so far. Don't think that I'm sat here doing nothing all the time. I'm always working on something. Let's have a read. Please, Lord of the Rings, the New Age has been abandoned. The New Age didn't work, unfortunately, because there's no melee system in Men of War. Me and my brother, some years ago, we did try making the melee system for the Lord of the Rings mod for Men of War, but it just didn't work. The cover system was terrible. And it wouldn't have been entertaining at all for YouTube or for anyone really, because I couldn't even have a battle on there without people just running and staring at each other and pointing swords at each other. bit ridiculous, really. Secret escape tunnel. That's brilliant. Yeah, we need something like that. We'll have some sort of secret escape tunnel, maybe going out of the compound. These walls are going to be completely mannable. You can see that I'm really going for that sort of Hispanic sort of theme with the walls and that. So making it very like Romanish. Yeah, it's like Rome, isn't it? From what I've seen, I'm basing this compound off of the Venezuelan mansion in Mercenaries. Underground facility, yeah, and a helipad. Yeah, that's a good one. Make a presidential palace. That is the presidential palace. That one. Someone said no underground facility. I think we'll have an underground facility somewhere else. Let's go back over to the battle map and let's plan some locations. So, where is it? We'll go to the war room right here. It's going to be so cool for cinematics. So, in the war room right here, we've got all of this land, look, and I'm thinking the presidential palace is going to be somewhere, I don't know, maybe somewhere over here, I think, or maybe towards the centre of the island. Not 100% yet. All I know is that the only place that I've really built at the moment is a place called, I think it's called Porto Paraliso, and it's about there. Position right there. Why? In fact, you know, I'm going to put a little flag on there so you guys can see it. It'll be positioned on that beachhead right there. We've also got a little mini island right here, which I'm thinking of making it into like a nuclear waste plant or something like that, where we dispose of all of our, I don't know, waste. Maybe we could like, you know, make it eco-friendly. Who knows? But I want to really try and create my own nation in Men of War. That'd be insane. Comments? Oh, we've had another donation from. Sorry about this. From Cody Deeds. Let's start a chant. Viva la Poderosa. Yeah, nation. That's another thing, right? That's really weird how you said that, because this nation is going to be called Isla de Poderosa, which is going to be called Mighty Island. Or we could call it Nación de Poderosa, which is really cool. I just don't want to get too technical on the whole Spanish side of things, because I want to keep it kind of like fun as well. I don't want it to be too serious. You know, I want it to be kind of meme-ish as well. But thank you very much for the $4.99 donation. It helps me out an awful lot. Also had another donation from Q3Q33. Oh, is that you, Gunther? You could add a cliff on poolside, like a cartel mansion. Oh, dude, like a giant cliff. That'd be really cool. I mean, we don't have to keep it all flat here. We could like really knock it down here and turn it into like a giant mountain or something like that. And we could, oh, dudes, and then we could put like a balcony or something coming off it, and the balcony could overlook a giant rainforest. That'd be insane. And we could have waterfalls and everything in there. But we could have that perfect map. And yeah, it'd be insane. It'd be really cool. One thing that I have done wrong at the minute, and I'll show you. Look. We're going to get the Presidente. In fact, we'll get the President's son. We've not really used him yet. So this is the President's son. We're going to move this limousine out of the way if we can. So we're going to park that up behind there. Behind these cars, because they don't need to be there at the moment. And we're going to take one of these cars for a spin. So I'm just going to copy and paste it. They're obviously fiddling all of the taxpayers' money anyway. So that's how they can afford to buy all of these really nice, luxurious things. Oh, the door opened after he got in. You know, very smart. Oh, also, thank you very much for that donation. 233, Gunther. You know, I know who you are. From the Discord. But yeah, look, we can drive the car. So there's only one problem with it at the moment, and that is the this turn right here. What do you guys think? Do you think it's too narrow? I think maybe if I'd take it slowly. In fact, that's fine, isn't it? I think that's fine. I've not really described this part yet, have I? Oh no, I haven't. This is the barracks, so this is where they would like cars would drive in and they would search you right here, and then they would open up the second gate to let you into the presidential palace. So it's a bit like a 2 checkpoint system, and no doubt out here there'd be like a 3rd checkpoint letting people in, just in case there's any like rebels or anything like that, because we're gonna have loads of different factions. We're gonna have rebels, we're gonna have paramilitaries, we'll have communists, capitalist. But instead of splitting all of us off into like different countries like we did in Men of War, I want to keep us all on the same island. If that makes sense, and make us all part of the same nation. That way we can actually jump from nation to nation then, and we can really focus just on one part of the map rather than having to jump from other parts of the map. Because I find that it gets really confusing if there's too many characters and there's too much going on in a series. So I thought keeping it all in one place would be really cool. I'll have to load up the proper map soon. I'll read the comments again. Underground car park, flying aircraft. Yeah, there's definitely going to be an airfield of some sort on the other side. Just finished watching season 1 of Army Men of War. Did you enjoy it? I mean, season 1 was a bit sketchy because back then it wasn't really a series. You know, back then it was kind of just like a thing that I did and it kind of blew up. So you can kind of see me improve over time. I do say that a lot. Mighty Nation, so it would be the Nación de Poderosa. That's what we call it, or the Isla de Poderosa, which has got its nickname, Isla de Muerta. I don't know if anybody saw that name from... What was it called? It was American Dad, where Roger the alien, he becomes a dictator of an island called Isla de Muerta. And that kind of inspired me to make this whole map. I don't know why. A bit of that Tropico and Mercenaries, I guess, kind of like all merged together made me make this map. Add an helipad. That's a cool idea. I like the idea of a helipad. How about Season 3? Season 3 is going to be coming soon, but we're going to end Season 2 first. And I want to try and make it good. So that's why I don't want to rush out my videos. I was going to do an Army Men of War video today, but if I did, it would have been rushed. So I decided instead we're just going to do a live stream tonight, and then tomorrow I'm going to have all day to work on Army Men of War then. Because I didn't get on my computer till like 7 o'clock tonight. Hey dude, are the Pearls going to have more videos? Because it seems like we've been pushed on the side. It'd be cool to have an equal amount of videos. Yeah, the Pearls going to get their chance. It's like if you saw in Army Men of War, you had the main focus was Viet Thanh, and now we've moved over to the Reds, the Greys, the Greens and the Blues in the north, and then as soon as that part of the story is over, we'll move down to the south, where it's happening in Pearl. You see, I was going to do it where we was going to do like greens, and we're just going to switch between them, like greens, blues, all things like that, Pearl. But then it was getting a little bit confusing, not only for the people watching, but also me. So I thought, let's just focus on it campaign at a time, one campaign at a time. So we've got so much going on in the Army Men of War series at the minute. We've got that Olympic Games, the Plympic Games that we're doing, which is very arcadey, very quick to do, very enjoyable to watch though. And then we've got the thing going on in the human dimension, which we're going to be doing, and then we've got the actual war going on in the plastic dimension. So there's so much that needs to be done, and jumping between them all can be very tiring, especially when I'm trying to get out some other maps and work on some other things as well. Another thing that I've got to do as well is I've really got to try and make a success out of this YouTube channel. I wasn't expecting it to take off at first, but obviously now with 34,000 subscribers, and I'm actually earning some ad revenue now as well, and you know, it's starting to become like a little mini job, and I really want to take it somewhere. So playing other games really helps doing that, and trying to grow my audience doing other things. So that's why I'm thinking if we do multiple series, we can bring all kinds of people in to subscribe to the channel. So I'm going to try and do everything. So I've got a whiteboard behind me. I went out and I bought a whiteboard so we can actually write down different sort of things on different days and make a schedule. So that'd be pretty cool. Mighty, is there a possibility there's going to be a naval battle in the pool? Very possible. I'm actually thinking of doing something with that very soon, actually. Could you add drones or guns? On Patreon, I may donate some money, but I'm on a budget, so how much do you want? You don't have to donate anything. I mean, anybody that donates money, it helps me out a lot, but it's completely up to you. You don't have to. I try and... the only thing I do on Patreon is I'm doing this thing called a Mighty Toy Box. Is where I'm going to be putting loads of my maps and things like that in there, and I'm going to be gifting it to $20 Patreons just to say thank you, because Patreon helps me out so much. Literally, if I didn't have Patreon, I don't think I'd be able to pay my bills. So, hi, best Army Men series, thank you very much. I hate when people say Mighty is biased. It's not biased, it's just a random chance. I'm not trying to be biased by any means in a battle, but I do want to make it entertaining at the same time, so... You know, it's just one of those things. If I look to be controlling one nation more than the other, it's because they're losing, or, you know, it's something like that. Or if something's going on in the episodes where certain things happening in the story, it's happening for a reason. Just remember that. And just because one nation loses one battle doesn't mean they're going to lose every battle. I mean, if every nation won all the time, it'd just be boring and horrible. I mean, you're going to have losses to have wins, right? yeah, I'm really excited to be getting into some more different sort of mods. Sorry, I'm stuttering a lot tonight, aren't I? Read some more comments. Hey Mighty, are the Blues rich because they're good businessmen? The Blues are rich, the Greens are rich, and so were the Tans until they lost their colony, and then they went bankrupt, and that's when the Oranges took over. And the Reds are rich as well because they own colonies. That's why the Reds are so small in the plastic dimension, but they've got so much going on for them in the human dimension. They're like the strongest nation in the human dimension. So that's why they're able to sustain their land in the plastic dimension. But one thing that might happen if the war continues in the human dimension is the economy might collapse. I don't know what that noise was right here. That's something really weird. It sounded like a woman screaming or something. But yeah, so the economy might collapse because of the war in the human dimension, which might have its effects on the plastic dimension because they send plastic through, don't they, to support their economy. Read. How long have we been streaming for? 30 minutes. I'm probably only going to be streaming for about another 20 minutes, something like that. Are you going to be joining a different nation's VC to talk about them, the different strategies, plans? Okay, so I can't join people's chats all the time. There's just so many people. I mean, I did try it in the past where I was like trying to, get on with everyone and trying to talk to everyone. But when you do what I do, it's just impossible to please everyone. Because if I join one nation and I start talking to them and start taking ideas, this, that, and the other, I'd have to do it with every nation. Do you know what I mean? Which would probably take me all night because like 6 or 7 nations and there's like 1,000 people in the Discord. So I try and keep that to my admins and things like that. Some rocks going around there. Why did I put those there? We don't even need those. But, there we go. I'll smooth this off. Pretty hard to map and actually read comments at the same time. Alright, Mighty, I'm going to bounce. See you in the next vid. See you later, FBI. Atom8 Gaming, hi, back to you, my friend. Read the comments. Lieutenant Greenlee, what kind of name was the previous Tan leader? Is that what you're trying to say? That his name was General Tannenberg, who's the leader of all the forces in the dimension. I love how we're doing something to do with Tropico. Yeah, every question is to do with Army Men of War. It's my own fault, I guess. I've kind of locked myself to one content, haven't I, on YouTube? I'm the Army Men guy, which is kind of cool, really. But at the same time, it'll be nice if we could focus on some other things from time to time. So, some wall here. I love these walls. One thing that a lot of modders don't do is they don't port in like little bricks and things like that. Because even though, look at that, look, that one pane of wall has done all of this. It's done all of these walls. And it's built that whole mansion. Who would have thought? You know what I mean? There's just so much you can do with little props like that. So this is going to be a series. It is going to be a series when it's done. I want to get it all looking nice first. Then I want to get all the nation looking good. Like I say, we've got all of the different trucks, all the different vehicles that we can use. I've got all the different units. I've done the battle map. This guy looks really cool as well. He's like a Pentagon general. This dude. So big shout out to Mythic Game Productions. He's my modder, and God, I can't see him. The lighting is terrible sometimes. He looks really good. Look at him. He's holding the gun a bit dodgy though. I have to get that sorted. Yeah, he looks really dope. I was going to use him as the dictator. He's too American. He just looks like too much like a Pentagon general. But well, that is what he is. So, I'll read the comments. Is there going to be a Discord? Maybe. I'm not sure yet. I have enough trouble with the Army Men of War Discord. Too much to handle if I get too much going on. So, Mighty, how much did your PC cost to build? The PC was actually a gift. The everything that's in it, but there's around, well, I don't know. There's a GTX 1080 Ti. It's about £2,000-3,000 of the equipment, I think, something like that, including the case and the desk and things like that. Overlord the Destroyer, welcome to the stream. Rex H. I think I've already answered that one. Mighty, how much did your PC? I've already answered. Okay, so I think we're all up to date with the comments now. So anyway, is there any ideas? What do you think we should add? So somebody said a helipad. Where should we put it? I'm not sure where to put it though. I'm thinking the helipad would be maybe on this side, accessible right here. So we'll build the helipad right here. I'm going to flatten this out right there. I build a helipad. In fact, no, I'm not going to place down a helipad yet because I know there's a really good helipad in Call to Arms. So I think I'm going to add that at a later date. In the yard, you skipping questions. I do not keep skipping questions. There's that many of them there. It's hard for me to read them all. If anybody wants me to guarantee read their questions, I don't know what the minimum spend is on Super Chat or anything, but they pop up, you see, and they stay there. Can you bring back the Green Special Forces from Season 1? Yes, if that comes up in the story, yes. I think what we need to do is, I think in the future we're going to change this to an Army Men of War stream. But anyway, I think we're gonna be ending the stream in about 5 minutes anyway. So if there's any last questions before I go, I'm gonna start doing more of these live streams so I can answer some more of you guys your guys' questions. Are we fascist? Yes, we are fascist. We are very fascist. We're going to be a fascist government. We're going to be a dictatorship, and we're going to rule like a what's the word? You know, we're going to have a lot of hatred towards us from the fellow people. We're going to have rebels. We're going to have cartels. You name it. If monetization lets me, that is. Will you play a role in this series? Of course I will. I play God, don't I? I'm the guy who looks down, and I build things. So no, I'll probably be playing the dictator, to be honest. I like to play as the dictator. Yeah, I'd really like to brand the Mighty Nation as our own sort of nation and do stuff like that. So, is it possible for me to have a general I can control? Maybe in the future. Who knows yet? I don't know what I'm going to do with this yet. At the minute, it's just an idea. It's just a map, and it's just some videos. I mean, the idea of all of this is just videos at the end of the day. I mean, I don't want to take things too seriously. I think Army Men of War got a little bit too serious with the roleplay side of things, and you know, so I don't really want to make this too serious. I want to keep it very memey and make it fun to watch, like battles and things like that. So anyway, so any more questions? Overlord the Destroyer, Mighty, you inspired me. I'm very glad I inspired you. What is this series about, and what is the storyline? When does it release? I'm currently working on the storyline at the minute, but it's going to be about a Caribbean nation from 1750 all the way up to modern day. Going to be. So I've made a battle map. If you're new here, look, I'll show you again. Just in the back, and on this battle map, look, we've got all the flags, and this is actually a real map, like the Army Men of War map. You can see a volcano in the middle. There's rivers, there's trees, there's everything on here. So we're going to be using this as Isla de Poderosa, the name. Why did I move that? Let's place this table back where it was. There we go. Nice, very nice. So yeah, we're going to have a battle map with all different cities on there. We're going to have our units on there. Everything is going to be in place, just like Army Men of War. So, super excited to be getting on with it. Please read Discord. I'm going to go over to Discord right now. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed this stream. I know it was very short. It wasn't as long as I wanted it to be. But I wanted to do a quick Q&A, showcase of what I've done so far with the Isla de Muerta series that I'm going to be doing. And that's about it, really. A big thank you to everybody for all the donations. Helps me out an awful lot. And I guess I will see you all in the next one. Okay, now it comes to the point where I need to turn this off. I wish I should. I need to get more organised. That's what I need to do. So, anyway, I will see you all guys in the next video. Still looking to turn it off. Where is it? There it is. Got it. Found it. See you later.